Oh, that'll help if I take it off mute. What's up, Fifi? What's up, she said? What's up, Unbiased? How y'all doing? Okay, Fifi, thank you for that's why I had to check it again. I had to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Hell, that's why I want to talk with y'all. I really do. I gotta ask something because so you see stuff in the news, right? And it's like, okay, hell, there's always something in the news. Most of it usually ain't good, honestly. I mean, we're gonna keep it a buck. But so I keep hearing, hey, what's up, Miss Nita Boo? How y'all doing over there? Appreciate you. I was going through the mentions, hell, I want to say yesterday, day before, I can't remember when it was. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank everybody for the support. I'm biased. I think we mentioned you on our yesterday. Uh Let folk know to come over there. We came over, hung out for a little while. Uh it was Gigi. And Gigi ended up I got to catch up with her early over in the morning. She actually didn't go at 5 like she usually do at Florida time. She went early because she was on the road, had some stuff popping. Uh Kathy B, how you doing, Miss Kathy? How you doing? Miss Nita Boo, thank you. Thank you for sharing us out. We appreciate that. Already unbiased, all love, baby. No cap. No cap. But y'all, I don't know. I got a couple different theories. I really do in real life. See, hey, what's going on, family? How y'all doing, Bug Files? Bug Files, when y'all do these videos and that school, that the last one, and that was on TikTok. I didn't even see that one on the what's this thing I'm on the YouTube machine. That was actually on. I gotta sit this way, y'all. Y'all know I'm so y'all see this empty pillow. I'm used to having my baby here with me. She ain't. It's just me now. I'm all y'all got. Y'all all. It's just us. But Bud Files went first off. Just the Dakotas in and of theyself ain't a whole lot of nothing as far as like people and places being occupied. And boy, y'all really do be out in the middle of nowhere. But y'all come with some dope content. Y'all come with some stuff that is like, man, who been here? Somebody really been out here before, I guess. That should be crazy, boy. But shout out to y'all family, Bud File. Uh Baby Unbiased said, hey. Hey Unbiased. She said, hey Unbiased. Tamika, what's going on, Tamika Davis? How you doing, sir? Um, y'all, have y'all, I just want to know, I'm serious. And it ain't, this a pop-up, so it ain't like we a Tuesday or Friday. Have y'all seen or heard about this stuff going on in the news with these folk talking about this with this zombie virus they done went and dug up? I got a couple of different like feelings about it because I'm looking at it from multiple perspectives and multiple points of view. I just want to know what y'all think. Cause some of y'all gonna let me know, yeah, boy, you 100% crazy, and some of y'all might have some perspective that I ain't got, angles that I ain't looking at it from that way. Okay, she said in here too, y'all. She said is in the house. I said it, but I said in the house, up in here, up in here. She said up in here. So it's starting to become a bigger and bigger story, bigger and bigger issue. My question is why? I had a video I wanted to play with this so I could try and it show. And this is really in the news, y'all. This is really in the news. It's really a real thing. Been seeing it for a few days, and it's like, eh, eh, who cares? People make discoveries all the time. These folk with the money to do it out here playing with all kinds of stuff all the time. So what? So what? Right? That's my opinion. That's how I'm sitting. That's how I'm looking at it. But I also know that they made a discovery back in 2005, and at a lake. And I'll probably talk about this again. Usually, y'all, I greet everybody, spend a lot of time on that. I'm just trying to get to the point, man, because this is really, it's kind of trippy. Shouldn't doesn't shock nobody in 2022, but damn it, you can still be surprised. You can reserve that right, because some stuff just, it's either silly or it's crazy as hell. And the longer I live on this earth, the more I'm convinced that whatever we think we know, that ain't even the half of it. But anyway, I digress. What you say, Miss Nita Boo? Because I want to talk to, yeah, I want y'all, I want to hear from people. Uh Let me put up here what you had said now. Miss Nita Boo said, I told people zombie movies are some reality, but where they get the theory of zombies. There's a whole lot of history with that. That's a good point, Miss Nita Boo. That's a real good point. And personally, just my opinion from living and, you know, studying a little bit of sociology and how cultures and people react and coincide with one another, even us in the Americas and all of whatever. It seems to me as though we're always primed, or some people, if any, the only thing that really changed, if you think about it, is the language used to describe. You can have two people meaning the same thing in the same context, but they use different language to describe it. Some people use language or words or terminologies like foreshadowing or prophesied. Other people say, well, they just priming us up, they getting us ready for what's coming, this and that. But y'all, since about 2008, 2006, all I've been hearing, and I'm a fan of it. I used to love them movies, man. I mean, me and my wife, we love cheesy sci-fi movies. But damn, they just got bigger and bigger. And we talking about, we was in this kind of sci-fi realm way before The Walking Dead and all of that kind of stuff came along. But it's like, damn, what y'all telling? What's the, as Miss T would say, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I got CDC in the title for a reason. It ain't in the description. It's in a description, title, whatever it is. I think it's the title. In the title for a reason. I don't know if y'all remember this, but we finna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So uh what Fifi say? Fifi said they don't dig it up. The system is designed that way for these things to come into motion. It's only a matter of time. See, that's what I'm talking about, Fifi. Cause a part of me feel the same way. I'm seeing so many different angles. I don't go too hard on nothing unless I can like prove it. And when I feel something in my soul, I don't even feel a profound need to argue about it with nobody. But I agree with you 100%, and I agree with Fifi 100%. Because both things seem extremely, extremely possible, and it's something weird about all of this. I'm gonna get into some of the details here in a minute. But Fifi said they didn't make the Walking Dead series by chance. They make these movies to warn us of what they. I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. From, I mean, that goes back to that age-old question: does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? Because at this point, baby, shit, you tell me who can definitively say, but I'm telling you what, a whole bunch of what we see is yeah. Oh, oh, Fifi going there. Y'all look into gematria, it's all over YouTube. It sure is. And really, that's ain't man. I mean, it's somewhere between ancient and um AI biological. If you think, I mean, so much of what we think and see, everything. I'm damn near at a point, boy. It seems like everything is ones and zeros. I really do think that we might be at humanity collectively and individually. So many of us are stepping into our not consciousness, not only consciousness, but hell, we becoming aware that some of this shit ain't right. Like some of this don't make sense to the point where it makes. Hey, what's up, Shanna? Shanna Ewing, what's going on, family? How you doing? All right, Miss Nita Boot, don't let nobody call you. Man, look, anytime you ain't following the flock, and depending on, that ain't offending nobody, none of my religious people, because I have my own personal relationship with the creator. But somebody always weird to somebody else. Anybody right now who out here getting bottled water and sardines ready and got their pew-pews and little things to leave out from they pew-pew, they crazy too. Folk who growing their own food crazy. People who using plants as medicine crazy, according to some. People who don't never let their car get below a half a tank crazy. Everybody crazy. Don't worry about that, Miss Nita Boo. I would be worried if everybody said, "Oh, girl, you get it. You just like everybody else." That's when you should start worrying. But you wouldn't have the mindset to be aware if somebody said that to you because you be just like them. Anywho, oh, Fifi got another one. This stuff is Fifi's journey said this stuff is deep, and they keep lying to us out, and we not asking questions. I don't know how some of y'all feel. But if you can live on this earth as long as I done live and got as old as I am, and you don't realize how much you've been lied to about the majority of what you think you know and what you think you've been told, you crazy as hell. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. I ain't no offense to nobody or nothing. I see, oh, Eco, what's good, bro? And what we getting into and what we starting to talk about is why more and more people, I think in months and weeks and days, years to come, gonna be scrambling to do what Eco Neighbor and his beautiful wife and family is down there doing right now. In my opinion, these just my opinions. Now I can't prove not. We talking, we having a discussion. I ask y'all what y'all think. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Can we just all admit and say this shit's weird? That it's weird. And I my biggest question is, why tell us about this one? You know, it's people out here in the world that'll throw so many distractions at you. You never know when. It's almost like crying sheep or crying wolf in reverse. You can't see a quarterback out. You can pump fake maybe 2-3 times if you're a real good quarterback. But eventually, you got to throw that ball, run the ball, or get sacked. That's it. One of the three. They done pump fakes and throw so much stuff out there. The added pressure and pressure of disseminating between what the truth really is and what the truth really ain't, and trying to decipher between the two or the three. Y'all, it's crazy. But this right here, something about this stand out to me, and it's something about it just don't make sense. I'm not saying it ain't real. I'm not saying it ain't true. I'm saying something's off with it. Something's off about it. I know that's right, Shanna. Shanna said, I don't want to be like everybody else. Normal is boring. You damn right. Hey, where's Swoop at? Swoop Raid. What's going on, Swoop? I want to pronounce this correctly. Musisi Kizito. How you doing, bro? Thank you for being here. Um, what Fifi said. Okay, I'm done talking. Do your research for your own awareness. I'm done getting grown folk business. I'm done getting the grown folk business. Fifi, look, somebody got to say something. And just because that's my motto and that's how we do it, somebody got to be the one to say it. I just think two people I don't argue with is grown folk who ain't grown, who think they grown. So that's three, and 2 month olds. I just don't. I ain't got enough time in this realm of existence to exhaust uh all that extra energy. Hey, what's up, Carlene? How you doing? Carlene got some beautiful, man, just good vibes over there as always. What's up, official Jamia? How you doing? How's the family? You knew. What's up, sister? How you doing? Let's see what my girl said down there. We now have 2 million people on boil water average. Come in 7 different states. Hold on. I got the Love Jones snap off of what my sister down there in H-Town said. Tell me what sense it make. Tell me what sense it make. Hundreds of millions and billions being spent on this and being spent on that, and folk ain't got, and you got to go buy your water from Super One or Piggly Wiggly or the Dollar Tree or wherever the hell you getting some drinkable water from. I wasn't even gonna go there unbiased, but shit, you opening up that wormhole. Man, what's up, Rob Allbanks? What's good, bro? Swoop says she need that goat. Hey, Swoop, I'm telling you, man, when you drive over here, all you gotta do, you get you plenty of fuel, and you drive on over here to Africa, and I get you all the go. You will be tired of go. You never want to eat no goat no more in your life, and you'll have. I ain't gonna send you away from here with gout, but I'm gonna put what Miss Nita Boo put on her. Said, I understand you, bro. It's just that feeling like something about to jump off. And can we talk about the stress, underlying stress? Because you have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And even though we train and condition ourselves to go through everyday life, deal with life as best we can, our subconscious mind, the part of your mind that only hears and reacts, but don't really process the way your conscious mind do, see all this just going on around in this world. You see it, you smell it, you feel it, you could taste it. And it's my opinion, you know how I know or how I think you might be doing something right about your circumstances is when you say, I ain't worried about what people think, I ain't worried about what people gonna say. I'm gonna do what I think I need to do in this moment and for my tomorrow. Tomorrow ain't promised. We all know that. But something just ain't right. And I put it up, but before I get to that, so for y'all who coming in here, this is what we talking about. If you didn't see the title, I'm gonna reiterate it. So it's starting to get bigger and bigger on the internets and news stations. Crazy how stuff be on the internet first and then news stations pick it up. Y'all, but this is something that's beginning to be all over the world. I have no choice. We here, wife here, family here, friends here, other Americans that we love and care about here. I got to watch the news back home, all over the world, this and that. I got friends and people all over the world. This story is only growing. What's the story? The story is some French scientists have dug up a zombie virus, and now they have concerns about it being a potential threat, a potential risk to all of humanity from the way that, it's being described. I got some questions before I pull my hair out. I ain't even clutched my pearls yet. We gonna talk about it. But my question, why tell us now? I'm gonna get back to the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna take this down real quick. I'm gonna get back to the chat. But with all the things that people with the means and resources go out in this world and do and don't never tell our ass nothing, why do you want us to know about this one this time? Things that make you go, In 2005, researchers found another bacteria. It wasn't a virus, it was a bacteria in a lake frozen in Alaska. Say it had been frozen for like almost 50 million years. Ironically, this latest one was 50 million years too. Nope, my bad. That one was 38 million years. Dug it up. It's called Cornobacterium plastacianum. It's the name of it. That's cool. That's fine. Call it what you want to. You decided to call this other shit what you called it, zombie virus. Because zombie means dead. I think Fifi put that in the chat earlier. That's what that means. Zombie mean dead. But viruses, from my understanding, the more, I get tired of bugging my wife with this shit. So I try to learn and look up stuff for myself. I'm not medically inclined. I'm not a medical professional. None of this is medical advice. I refer and defer to my wife for such knowledge. I ask her in a heartbeat to the point where she like, boy, go on, just get out, leave me alone. What now? That was her level of expertise. My thing was triage. Stop bleeding, open airways, stop wounds, put on tourniquets, shit like that. That was my jam. I said all that to say I'm not trying to tell y'all from a scientific point of view that I have a grasp on all of this, but what nobody finna do is make me become irrational with my common sense. You're not finna convince me to sacrifice something that's common because everybody don't seem to have it. So I just said what I said about the one in 2005. Folk go out and discover stuff like this all the time. Them people with the means and resources always got their ass somewhere hanging out inside a volcano or digging up some shit they supposed to leave alone or probing or poking somebody or testing this and testing that and all this shit, right? My biggest question is what makes this time different? What makes this the big one? Why is this starting to be such a thing to the point where news stations are picking it up and starting to cover it all over the world? I don't come on here and talk to y'all every time I see something on the news. I come over here and talk to y'all when I think it's conversation worthy, whether it be from the US or whether it be from over here. But y'all, it's about 20 different countries talking about this stuff right now. Some developed and some underdeveloped. What are these folk trying to tell us? And more so, what do y'all think about? Let me get back in this chat. I done got so far behind. Fifi said, y'all, if you weren't watch the Walking Dead series, to go watch it from the beginning, because it would stir up some stuff in you and get all your ducks in a row. I'm not disagreeing at all, sister. I'm not disagreeing. I got to catch up in this chat, but I'm going to say something else too. Because, oh, thank you, brother. Oh, Musisi. Thank you, brother. Musisi. Let me see if I can come over here to do my, let's see. No, I got to go to this here. I can't sing Swoop song. Swoop we got money in the chat. We got money in the chat. That's, huh? But I gave her credit for it. I said I can't do it because it's hers. Babe, I love you. Don't treat me with indifference. Y'all see how folk treat you when they in the other room doing stuff, but they can hear you. Let's see here. That's for you, Musisi. Thank you, brother. At 2 racks worth of UGX. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get back to the comments here. Robin here. Brian Lynn, what's good? What's good, fam? Song. Hey, Song. Been missing you, Song. This will pop up, y'all. Y'all see what we talking about. Y'all see triple threat. You know what? I might try to drop this. I might have to do it because we might have to talk like get some face to face going. So people don't have to try to type everything that they thinking and want to say. And because I was curious about a few people like David Corey, people like Triple Threat went through my mind. Urban Gardening Chronicles. I was thinking about Carbon Q. I was thinking about a few people to ask what they think about it. And my sister, God dog it. Y'all keep living. You get my age and see if you can't excuse me, Bougie Prepper. And other people want to see. What's up, DJ? Appreciate that, bro. I was over there back in them bushes, man. I caught you. Today, the last day, I think of DJ Jordan been doing his workout all month, hitting them pull-ups, just doing everything to be physically sound and physically fit. And I think this is the last day of the month for his challenge he got. Educated Natural, what's going on, sister? Educated Natural, you got your. I know you ain't ashy. Not out the video I seen. She got, and that was a nice little gift set, man. That's so dope. That's so good. I love seeing us in the community support each other. And if y'all get a chance, y'all make sure you get over there and support Sister Kim with what she. I'm sorry, I'm talking and reading. At the Educated Natural. Oh, intrigue and interesting. Let me put this up on the screen. Triple Threat Firearms and Defense said zombies been existing. Now they just don't want you to talk about it. That's why I'm asking people. What's up, Lashes? How you doing? How you doing, sister? See, I'm biased. Ain't nobody even need to have April off in here because I ain't struggling that bad. I ain't gonna say I ain't struggling at all. I just said I'm not struggling that bad.
Thank you, and bye.
Whatever. Zakan said America is suffering karmic cycle, past due unpaid debts. This may be a natural order of the universe taking its course, perhaps. Yeah. I mean, bruh, in it. This is why I'm asking other people opinions. What y'all think about it? Because something about this is just too. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit one of my opinions. It's my opinion, and I'm glad to get y'all's. I'm glad to hear y'all. Feel free to agree or disagree, whatever you like. I'm open to all of it. I don't for 1 second, for one moment, believe that these people, when I say these people, whoever these people are in your mind, that's who I'm talking about, who tend to be in a position to dictate, manage, run, and hell, let's just say own it, whatever it is, the world, your mortgage loan, your this, your that, your car, all this shit, right? Tell us on large scale nothing that they don't want us to know. I don't think they do it. I don't think they do it. I don't think mothers and fathers who celebrate, kids know they're gonna get something. They know something's coming. But mothers and fathers who go spend a rack or two on Christmas, don't go tell the kids where they hid everything. Now, a smart kid may know it's in the top of the closet. They know it might be behind some boxes in the garage. They know it might be inside some boxes in the garage that used to be in the top of the closet. But mama and daddy don't tell the kids nothing they don't want them to know. Now, some of the kids might figure it out. But why? Why tell us this when for 2, 3 decades, it's been common knowledge. People have written papers about it. People have had intellectual debates and discussions about it and all this kind of stuff, right? About climate change, which is a part of it. There's a whole lot of stuff going on with that too. Makes you wonder, well, how big of an influence if you got the ice caps melting and got all this shit running down into salt water and freshwater streams and there's diseases in it and microbes, ancient microbes have been frozen for 50 million years. Oh, we got to do this for the sake of the environment. Let's not leave no stones unturned. We just having a conversation, people. Let's talk about all the possibilities. Let's talk about all of it, cause why not? I ain't said nothing wrong. I ain't said nothing offensive. Let me see who. Oh, hey John, what's going on, John? John, tonight ain't one of the typical nights. It's just kind of a pop up, and it is Wednesday, and I haven't seen your video yet. If you've done it, I know it's Wednesday night for you. I think you said it dropped at like 5 something. John got a beer that I used to love back in Seattle. And John actually got a hold of it and doing a review on it for us because we recommended it. So that means a lot. Uh, I don't know if Rob, I don't know if I missed something before that. Rob said it's okay to disagree, but we need to keep our eyes on the prize. Hey, I feel you, man. I understand. Whatever. I don't know if you had put another comment up and I missed it, but uh, hell, for me, I watch all of it. My eyes, I'm watching all of it. All of it is my life and my health and my strength is the prize. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, personally, for me, I'm at a point with what I see transpiring in this world. I'm not saying I gotta let it ruin my day. I'm not saying I gotta let it dictate my life. I'm not saying I have to allow certain things to make me unreasonably happy and just la 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Like everything roses and gumdrop. But my head on a swivel. I got to pay attention to everything from all points of view and all perspectives because hell, I don't know anymore. Which begs the question, shit, did any of us ever? We think we know what we thought we knew, but how different is your outlook on life from 2015 to what's finna be 2025? And if you was old as me, how different is your perspective from 1995 shit to what's finna be 2025? Man, man. Hey Nicole Shafe, how you doing? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Uh Trying to keep let's see what Eco said. So they say we told you because it's finna get rid. Something just ain't right about it, man. And Fifi said something a minute ago, and I'm finna pull this up. Y'all. I had it earlier, and again, I was gonna drop a video with this. Um, this ain't okay. Okay, John. John said it's posted. I'm definitely gonna get over there tonight and check you out, bro. Juan, what's going on, brother? Another texting off in here. Psalm just speaking to everybody. Let's see. So now, before y'all think I'm crazy, before any of y'all think I'm crazy, I'm not make. I don't have to make this up, man. I never come over here with the intent of being ill-informed and spreading ill information or being disingenuous with anything myself or my wife does, whether we having fun or whether we covering a serious topic or having a somewhat serious conversation. Do y'all remember a few years ago? I told y'all, head on a swivel. I'm trying to look at everything from a whole bunch of different points of view, a whole bunch of different perspectives. So up to this point, let's cover where we at so far. Question one: why tell us about it this time when there are rich people who go play all over this planet doing what they want to do in utter and complete silence and ain't obligated, even though they should be sometime, to tell us a damn thing? So why now? That's one point. Gave an example from 2005, a frozen lake in Alaska where a certain bacteria that was like 38 million years old was picked up. They playing with it. They brought the bacteria back to life. It came to life under the microscope. It's regenerative. That was 2005. So why? What happened? What's going on that this is a big deal again in 2022? And the CDC said, tell me if any of y'all remember this. Tell me if any of y'all remember the CDC saying a couple of years ago, they had it out. It's real. I talked to my wife about it before I just jumped my behind up on the internet talking about stuff. We had the elbow, baby. You remember? You remember because I send myself articles and save them so I can refer back as a reference point and look at stuff. This is real. Hell, even if you got to leave this live, I don't want you to, but even if you got to leave this live or get on another device and look this up, CDC offers tips to survive zombie apocalypse just in case. Go look that up. Come back over here while this live's still on and tell me I'm lying. And yeah, I'm saying they name. It's the Center for Disease Control. What do you? Yeah, I should be able to talk about that. These either it's a real sick joke, it's a joke made in poor taste, or we live in a damn matrix. Again, hey, what's up? Did y'all boot me out? Did I say something? Hey, bruh, Rob, your ass ain't nobody boot you out. You still in here, man. I see people going way harder and doing way different stuff than this, and it's been all over the internet. It's starting to be a bigger and bigger deal. Hey, Maria Graham, how you doing? Uh, let's see what Zakan said. There's a time and place for a lot of things in life, but the world has bred child millionaires and billionaires for a reason, uh, while other children live normally. Yeah, I mean, and with that, I guess one could argue there's always been, well, not always, but for quite some time now, in our version of human reality, uh, once men were able to convince other men, and by men I mean humanity, once other humans were able to convince other humans that they were either uh, superiorly enlightened or had some whole other stuff going on that made them worthy of to be in a position of servitude and yeah, they just some people bought it. And there next thing you know, you have a class of serfs and you have a class of rulers. That's been going on for a long time. And I don't see it going nowhere no time soon because I only got a couple of years. I mean, hell, I'm in my 40s already. I ain't going to be here for forever. All I can do is make the best I can with the time I got. Triple Threat said something. And you know, Triple Threat, before you got in here, Fifi said the same thing. Fifi's journey. And I'm inclined to feel the same way. I don't think that the fact that production budgets are often in the hundreds of millions of dollars, oftentimes, you break that kind of bread. Now, in most cases, you reap the benefits, you reap the reward. But damn, it better serve some kind of purpose other than just making you giggle and smile a little bit. I'm thinking it may have some subliminal messaging. I'm thinking it may be some underlying issue. Oh, okay. I got you, fam. I got you, Rob. I got you. I'm just I'm just asking a question because I mean this really did come up, and it really was an article that was put out, and I'll even read some of it. This is just, you know, I didn't even, I wanted to load another video to play, but we just gonna read it, some of it. Made a global thing that happened. Questions about a possible zombie apocalypse or swarming the internet, according to yada yada, a very prominent, popular philosopher, predictor, yada yada yada. I mean, matter of fact, you know, I want y'all to see it for yourself. I prefer for you all to go over and look up this article and see that they did, in fact. And I remember the news coming out at the time, and it didn't seem to be too much of a. It didn't seem to be from a comedic standpoint at the time, and the damn show don't seem funny now. It don't seem funny now. It don't. It didn't hit with a note of joy or laughter back then, and it don't have that ring now either, in my opinion. When with all the stuff going on in the world, because somebody had to say, okay, thumbs up, we approve this one. When an organization or an entity at that level who is also simultaneously offering advice, I mean that's they whole what they do, is offering tips to survive a zombie apocalypse dot 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 just in case. What does that even mean, Basil? What, really? 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 I'm missing some folks. Did I see? Hey, what's up, Spooning with Sunshine? Uh, uh, let's see, huh? Oh, Fifi talking the last source of distraction is created to lure us from the facts. You know, I just don't know. That's why I'm asking y'all, and I'm loving the conversations y'all having over in the chat because it's perplexing to me. It really is something to think about. Uh, when you have so much stuff thrown at you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as far as information goes, what's real, what's not real, what's legitimate, what's not legitimate, how will it impact and or affect me? But I gotta ask. Sorry, y'all, excuse me. I just gotta ask. Now, if this was the first time ever, oh, hey, what's going on, love and live? Where do y'all go? I saw y'all in here somewhere. Do what, baby? Oh, April said y'all was in there yesterday. We missed y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, probably when we had our guest up. But that ain't love and live. That's triple threat. No, I'm talking about me, baby. I put them up by accident. They said Love and Live show, y'all. How y'all doing, family? Said, what did I miss? All you missed, we just having a conversation, family. What's up, Queen? How you doing? I'm assuming it's Queen. Now, I don't know if this is Queen or not, but so it's starting to be a bigger and bigger story across different news organizations and different platforms about scientists have um, pulled up from underneath a frozen lake in another country, let's just say Siberia, and some French scientists, and they have uh, reanimated what they're calling a zombie virus. And as Fifi's Journey alluded to earlier, her and Miss Nita Boo were having a conversation. Well, what do zombie really mean? Dead or undead? These viruses that's been frozen in permafrost for however many millions of years or however long they say it is. Well, you put a little water on them, they get to wiggling around again. And you know, and in addition to that, let me throw this last little tidbit on. They're also warning on different news stations and in different articles that it could be a risk to humanity from this happening and from more stuff melting, yada yada yada. They melting. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying I don't know. But what I do know is the fact that I'll be damned, we got to deal with stuff like this. Plus, folks still got water bills due. People got light and gas bills due. Folk hanging on, ain't even got over the last big thing that happened. Some family members still ain't talking to each other. And now here come this shit. That's the part. That's what's getting me. Cause I don't know what is real. That's why you have conversations about stuff and ask people who may know some stuff that you don't know. So maybe you can be more informed or maybe misinformed and find out later that who you were talking to didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but at least you had a conversation. And I can't get over why is it why do we get to know this? Why do we get to know this when you know good and damn well somebody on this planet, some with the means and resources, with a private plane, just landed somewhere and probably finna go dig up somebody great uh infinity times great big mama bone and go put them in one of their houses somewhere. We don't know about that, but we get to know about this. I'm saying, in my opinion, I don't get in grown folk business. When it comes to art, the digs and this being discovered here and that being discovered there, man, them folks don't let folk like us know about it unless they want us to know. Shh. Either that, or maybe you can when you ain't got a hold to something like you used to have it. Sometimes you can get out in front of it by trying to get out in front of it because you already done got control. You out of control. You can't control it. If your brakes go out and you ain't got nowhere to stop and you see people, even if your plan was to not try to miss them anyway, especially if you didn't mean for it to get out of control like that, you might lean in on that horn because that's all you can do. Because you thought you had a control of that vehicle and you were playing with forces that you really didn't have control over to begin with. I don't know, folks. I don't know, family. We having a conversation. What's up, Texas Gambles? How you doing? Urban, Urban Garden Chronicle. We got to link up, man. It's this kind of stuff right here. These kind of conversations. This is a pop up for me. We pretty much got a format and a style. We get on, our Tuesdays and our Fridays, and we chop it up with our people. We catch up with y'all. We do that one way. I have to put these in pop-up lives because it really don't. I don't know. You know what? When I do pop-up, man, honestly, it's usually something that I just need to. I just want to chop it up with y'all about, talk about with y'all. Let's see. What's the concept? Uh, just admitted in court a few weeks ago in front of the went viral. We didn't. Oh yeah, and I didn't say that out loud on purpose. It's on the screen for those who can see it. But yes, that was a very very big deal. Now, hey, what's up, Mona? How you doing? Sifting some soil and more, my sister. Now even with that, even though they came out and admitted that, even though they came out and said that, I never went too hard on it because when I have a belief or something real strong in me, I don't get in grown folk. We have that saying over here about not getting in grown folk business for hell. I done lived through it. I'm not, I had that one good lesson. Sometimes all us need is one real good lesson to remember. Now, some people put their hand on the stove when they 3. Some people put their hand on the hot stove when they 30. Either you get that lesson or you don't. I finally had that one good enough lesson in life to make me fully understand. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I want you to be happy and do whatever you feel like you need to do for the betterment and survival and well-being of your family. That might have been wearing something on your face. That might have been doing whatever else you did when everything was going on. I don't give a damn. That ain't my business. I'm not paying none of your bills. I need you to do whatever you need to do for you. As long as you ain't tossing back no pressure, throwing it my way, telling me what I gotta do or don't. Like, we fine. We good. Now, with that being said, you absolutely right, Zakon. And that news did come out. And you know what I done heard as a result of it from a whole lot of people who had really, really strong opinions and whatever back there in the heat of the moment? Nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing. So for me, that was, I mean, if once it's been, once you get your not even vindication or proof or whatever. Oh yeah, I mean, bruh, it ain't just RZA. It's a lot of people who have a lot of different information out there, and that's for. I feel like it ain't a whole lot of people who either read, and this for Rob. It's not a whole lot of people who out there who consider themselves to be. You ain't even got to be in the conscious community. You could just be in an inquisitive person. He's not the only one um, who has said things that should make people think about a lot of stuff with regards to health and non-health or poor health or good health or what they do or they don't do. But some of us are on that vibe of leading the horses to water and trying to make them drink it. I'm too old. You will never catch me trying to make another grown ass man or grown ass woman do my bidding, whether I think it's in their best interest or not. Because why would I? It's 2022. This thing right here has more computing power than a computer the size of this desk when I was born, damn near. There is no way in hell we have conversations like this. I'll raise questions like this and I talk to people like this and see what other people think and what their perspective is. But yeah, I don't want to get too far off. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Like just that's a good point. I didn't think the conversation with the this was gonna bring this up, but that's a good point. I seen the glasses. So Juan Perez is talking to Zakan in the chat. They just rolled out the Google contact lens and has cameras in it. It's doing too much. That's a great point. Now check this out. I'm glad you brought that up, Juan. And I'm gonna ask you another question in addition to that. It's weird as hell. We've did multiple shows, man. We have done Trill Tuesdays where we talk about everything from no womb babies, no need for a womb no more. It's incubator style. It's already. I mean, it's good to go, man. And then on top of that, you don't need the typical. And this is where technology and science is really at. You don't need the typical male and female, let alone anatomy. You don't even need the typical things that come together and join to create another human being. This is where this stuff at in real life. This is where this stuff at in real life, right? So all you need is cells. All you need is human cells. So I said all that to say, when it comes to these glasses and these contacts, and this is for Juan and anybody else in here, and I'm asking you realistically, by what you see going on in the world currently, what y'all think more folk apt to do? And I'm not just gonna put it on the younger generation because everything ain't their fault. Everybody born into a world that already exists. So I'm asking that question again. With what you see going on in the world right now in 2022, do y'all think by this time next year, more folk gonna be getting them for Christmas as Christmas gifts? Or more people gonna be skeptical and be like, nah, I ain't putting that in my eye. I ain't finna get that a try. That's too much. That's too much. And I saw. Okay, thank you, Urban. Urban says she's stepping away for lunch. She'll leave us playing. Rob asked about the dude in Texas that was doing the water too. That was, using the he had designed the machine. Basically, I mean, don't get me wrong, and no discredit to him. It was way more complicated and advanced than that. Uh, uh, I like to liken it to like a dehumidifier. If any of y'all that never had a dehumidifier, y'all know just how much doggone water that thing actually collect and pulls from the air. I think Carbon Q actually did an interview with there's more than one, but I think with that gentleman right there specifically, and it was a crazy interview. It was extremely informative. It had a lot going on, man, a lot of good information. Uh but I'm curious to get an answer to my other question. Oh, and I think Rob said what happened to them, they always kind of go away. I ain't saying in what manner they go away, but they always just kind of start, either they just kind of fall off the map or you don't really hear that much from them or this or that or whatever. But yeah. And what do we do with that? Or hell, better yet, because I always ask before I say we, unless I'm talking to my wife, And hell, sometime with her. 50% of the time with her. I ask what am I gonna do first? And then what are we gonna do? Cause we doing shit makes shit real complicated. We've been talking about how we need to do this for as long as I've been a grown man and could comprehend what the hell we was. And we don't seem to be working. I believe in small groups. I say it to my last breath. I believe in small groups of like-minded people who about what it is they talking about. And that may be, you might have 13, 12 people in the world you can count on. You can know 130,000 and be able to really truly count on 13. Sound like enough to me. I don't even try to fix. I live a life of trying to make better. If I can't make better, I don't fix other people. As an artist, I could be feeling some type of way about the new artificial intelligence that automatically generates. Bro, hey, Zakon, we did a show on that. They pulled back on the contract that they had given this artificial. Who in the chat remember that? Do anybody in the chat? I think if Psalm's still in her, baby, what was the name of that artist? It was one female and one male. And the male, they ended up giving him a record deal. FN something, FN Nita, FN whatever. You got real artists out here creating real tracks, creating real music from in my opinion, especially if you're an R&B artist. I mean, if you out here singing, that's coming from the soul, man. That's coming from the soul. So I don't even know, man. If y'all want to see that, y'all can go back and check out that AI video that we did a couple months ago. I don't know who one talking to once said no people would start to wake up. Boy, you got way more optimism than I do. You got a whole lot more optimism than I do. When I think about society as a whole, waking up and doing this and doing that, one, and it is. You ever seen one of your little nieces or your little nephew? I don't know where y'all from. I'm from East Texas. We got 5 aunts. And I mean, I got a whole generation ahead of me and a whole bunch of little ones up under me back when I was younger. And now they younger, but they older. We got 5 aunts. We try to get rid of them 5 aunts all out in the yard. We be out in the country or something. You ever seen one of your little 2 or 3-year-old nieces or nephews ass standing right in the fire bed? And them ants just working, eating on their feet, coming up their little legs, and they just standing there. And then reality set in, and they start hollering because they in shock, because their mind couldn't register the fact that they ass was standing in the ant bed. They babies, they not supposed to get it. I just use that as an analogy because that's how I see most of society. Standing in the ant bed. And how many times you got to get bit before you figure out what, well, maybe I should do something different, a move, but at the same time, so much of society is still mentally in its infancy. I don't. Okay, Psalm, you good, fam? You good? Miss Kathy said that happened to her daughter. Yeah, yeah. I thank you, Miss Kathy. This dead real. I wasn't making it up. Them 5 ants tearing they little ass up, and they don't know no better than to run or hit them or shake them off. And then somebody got to go over there and pick them up and brush them ants off, and sometimes pick them off and go get that hose and run that hose down on them legs so them babies can get to playing, and go put some Campho-Phenique or something on their ass. Babies, little ones, I do that for. Grown people that might turn on my ass because I said the right wrong thing, even though it's the truth, I said before, I've been down that road. I ain't going back. And don't feel bad about it. If I share some valuable information on this channel or in my everyday life or on the podcast, when we talk about more stuff like this over on the podcast. I don't feel bad about it. It's regrettable. It's unfortunate. It don't make me happy, but it don't make me feel bad neither. Uh Sakan says so many hateful souls try to mix things up that real people been saying and doing by smothering the negative connotation of woke with aware. Oh, that shit done said, bruh. Oh yeah, I agree. I think the early concept and ideology of woke, because woke had been around for since the 90s actually. It had been around for a long time, and then it had like a renaissance in about 20 late 2013, 2014. And then after 2014, if y'all remember some things that had transpired in 2014, that's when it got really, really real. And then it went through its phase, and we went through all of that. And now what Zakan just said is 100% truth in 2022. Y'all, I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna get back to talking about the with this doggone so-called zombie virus. That's another thing. Why call it that? First off, it seems like it's growing, so you want to make sure everybody know about it, but you also give it that name. You couldn't call it PX 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You had to call it something alarmist. You had to call it something that would trigger something within the greater consciousness of all humans in every language across this planet. And I'm not playing with y'all, man. Other countries, people in other countries are talking about this. Some people making videos and they making content and they kind of giggling. Other people like, what the hell? And other people like, I told y'all. I don't know which camp y'all in. Really don't care. We just having a conversation. But educated that fact saying, I don't know what you're saying too. If it's to I don't know what that was too. My bad, sis. I got behind in the chat a little bit. Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Some people get upset with you when you try to help them. You know, I was watching the chat a few weeks back. They come on overnight for us. So I was watching it. Hands in the Dirt and the Everyday Life of OCD's chick. They do the chat three Saturdays a month. And they were talking about some different stuff. I think Nikki had asked the chat if you saw somebody parked in a handicap thing and they didn't have a sticker or whatever, would you say something to them? And they kind of elaborated on stuff like that a little bit. I would like to encourage all of y'all to use your common sense, your good sense, and your discernment when you insert yourself into certain situations out in this world. I don't give a damn where you at. You could be over here in Africa. You could be in Tallahassee. You could be in Dallas. You could be in Los Angeles. I don't get Seattle. Who cares? People not fist fighting no more. Most people patience is like a damn eggshell. For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know what they going through. Hell, they could have got off from work yesterday before and had the eviction notice on their door. I don't know. I don't judge people like that. But I do leave folk alone. who ain't in my space and who ain't in my world and who don't offer a direct threat to me, capes off, baby. I done put capes on a couple of times in my life trying to be that guy, trying to be that one. I had to find a different way to help make things better in ways that I saw fit. But no, man. No. What Unbiased say? My sister said, for real though, we are living in a world full of demons. It's sad. The ones that will survive are the chosen ones, period. The followers will not make it. You must think for yourself. Set a mouthful there, sis. And I just focus on the last part of what you said. And I'm glad that you capitalized that part. The followers will not make it. You must think for yourself. And I'll even take that last, you must think for yourself. Now, maybe I was too young to understand and I didn't know and I couldn't comprehend and I didn't get everything because I was a little fella. I'm a kid. I ain't expected. I ain't got to know everything. I got to have the world figured out. I'm 8 years old. But I should not be who I was at 8 that I am at 18. And I shouldn't be a 28-year-old with an 18-year-old mindset and mentality. I started watching this world. I started seeing it. And I'll be damned, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever feel like this. But man, if you live long enough and you keep paying attention, you see the same movies over and over and over with different actors and actresses. They might even change up the plot line just a little bit for you. They might even throw in a twist. But it's the same movie. I only had to watch this same movie for about 3 or 4 times over the course of my adult life before I was like, hey, wait, ho. Shit, I'm the one still in the theater. I'm the one that's still sitting in front of the TV watching this same movie with different actors and actresses and damn near the same plot line over and over and over. And I'm wondering why I'm no longer entertained. Sometimes we got to change the way in which we participate when we anticipating different results, but we dealing with the same situations, the same circumstances in a little bit different form. This world was this world before I got here, and this world gonna be this world when my ass gone. I have one conscious choice that I have made to live by, act on, and adhere to for all the days of my life, and that is to do all I can to make it a little bit better. I ain't trying to fix shit. I never want that to be confused. I never want y'all to mistake your boy for trying to fix nothing on a permanent basis. I want to make things better for those who I can make things better for. Period. And that ain't got to be a lot. That ain't got to be a little. And hell, all of that's up to, it depends on who you ask. You got some people who doing shit over here on the continent building hospitals. We might have sponsored a couple of kids, helped send them to school. I don't even compare myself with other folks like that because I know my heart and the Most High know it even better. I digress. Oh, that happens too, Tamika. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Man, it's stuff like that. You look at this world. To me, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read it out for those who probably might not be. Tamika Wells said, I know people who need disabled tags and can't get them. Up is down, left is right. And yeah, what Rob say. Now what you do is go to your local people and get to the root of the problem, if that even works. That's all we can do, man. We start local. We do what we can as best we can. Um, uh, and that's it. And it's small groups for me. I'd rather have 5 or 10 neighbors with farms, and just kind of hang out and let that be my circle. If that's ever as big as it got, than have 100,000 people who just, yeah. That's just where I'm at now. Everybody ain't gonna be where I'm at. That's just where my head at. Um, the concept no one wants to do for self, think for self or anything. Comfortability is what's comfortable. Most of society is afraid of the divinity of themselves. I agree, and that comes stems from a lot of different things, man. A whole lot of different stuff put that in, help that be the way it is. To me, I'm being lazy today, not capitalizing or being too mindful of how much I type. Tamika, you good, man? You good, fam? That's what we here for. We having a conversation. We having a conversation. That's what we here for. Uh, that's why they call it a series. People need to define all words used when they speak or put it out. Pay attention. Don't just look at the picture. Study the picture. That come on up, boys. Come on, come on, come on. And that's something that, you know what? I went through a phase, and y'all, look, I didn't just get to where I am with my mental, how I am about and how I move through this world. This took time. This took a long time for, trial and error for me to finally get to the point where I was like, I'm not finna. I don't debate religion. I don't debate very seldomly politics. I don't debate history unless it's with a few select people, because I've been down those roads already. And oddly enough, I've discovered when somebody is really deeply, truly set on something, it ain't no changing their mind. And if they are, I don't want to be the one to do it. Uh, and to what Unbiased just said, y'all, when we get into the etymology of words, words are always changing. Language changes, language evolves. That's true. But so many root words are hidden in the context and within the words that we use on a daily basis. And I've always been interested in the origins of etymology. What does this word mean? Where did it derive? How long has it been in existence? Uh, I just been down them roads, had them conversations. I ain't fighting that fight no more. That's for the young folk. That's for y'all young folk to get out there and do that if that's your way of handling it. I got my own way of doing it. Y'all do it y'all way of doing it too, with all that energy y'all got. Um, yeah, that's why shit. We got it on some of our merch. We don't get in grown folk business. When I say that shit, we mean that. We been down them roads. We been down them roads. Hey, what's up, Good Eats? How you doing, sister? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, but back to it for everybody who coming in. Wow, it's already been over an hour, man. This is a quick pop up. Uh, and this is just something else to support this whole like. Oh, hey, did I see Johnny? That's who I saw in there. Johnny Small Pepper. What's going on, bro? I think yeah, Johnny. What's good, Johnny? Know I saw somebody. I hope I ain't missed nobody. If I did, oh, don't hurt the harvest. What's up? How you doing? Uh, I think I got everybody. If I miss somebody, y'all know it ain't on purpose. I'm trying to read the chat moving. I'm trying to look at I ain't gonna look at that no more. I told y'all CDC article. Y'all go look it up for yourself. Make what you will of it. Take what you will from it. But don't that seem odd to y'all? It just seemed odd to me. Now I mean this over the past 20 years, like 13 different viruses have been discovered, and outside of like, people like myself who might nerd out from time to time, or you like that kind of stuff, and you go over to scientific journals and maybe you read an article or two. You may like watching it on YouTube or something. For decades now, that's been my jam. That's been one of the things I've been into. So when I first saw this growing the way it's growing, I was like, well, I don't understand. What's the big deal? And then the more I saw, I sat back and thought about it, and the more I see it growing and y'all, when I say this is starting to be on major news channels in other countries, out it's like people. So it's like, okay, now maybe a month from now folk won't be talking about it no more, but it seems like it's gonna get to be a bigger story before folk just move on to the next big calamity and ain't paying it no attention no more. So I said to myself, 13 new viruses discovered. Some of them I heard about. I told y'all about the one from 2005 that got out of Alaska. Why is this one such a big damn deal? Why this one? And why people, for all the other shit that y'all go out and do and don't let us know about, we would never know about it. We would know about it unless y'all decide to do what you did this time, is which come back and tell our ass, why? Why do you need and want us to know about this time? Why? Why have zombie movies been all over all the sci-fi shit? All over, you got all these shows and series. They walking and the after and the return of and I'm a George R. Romero fan from way back before any of this shit was like cool. Before this was a big deal or a trend or whatever. Like me and my wife here, we used to go to Blockbuster and rent some of these kind of horror movies and zombie movies and stuff and watch them shits on VHS. So it wasn't a popular, cool thing to do back then. Huh? Huh? Tamikia? Huh? Shh. Girl, the people gonna come get us. Tamikia, shh. Sometimes, girl, you said a word. You said a mouthful, didn't say nothing. Said a mouthful, ain't said a word. I ain't mean to go quiet on y'all for a minute. I ain't gonna let Tamika get me in this. You know what I'm saying? We got a podcast for that. We get into that over there. Go talk about that over there. But just, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. And why would one of the most credible sources for disease control on the planet tell us? I'm gonna read this. I am. I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I just read the. And yes, I am one of those people who's inquisitive enough that I do follow and read full articles. I don't just go with headlines because headlines. Anyway, for those who know, they know. But even for this headline, for the CDC offers tips to survive. For y'all who didn't hear it, who came in here late, offers tips to survive a zombie apocalypse just in case. You know that's interesting, bro. Being a person who live over here on the continent, I know a lot of people who have done ancestry and did other things, and uh, when that information is collected and saved, I think it end up wherever the hell it end up. Everything. I mean, shit. I don't disagree. The reason I've never done one is because before I even came over here, I decided, man, I'm a Southerner, and more so, I'm a Texan. And I know these are imaginary geographic lines that encompass a state that was set in place by whomever for whatever purposes. That's fine. That's where I grew up. That's what my ancestors survived through. I don't know what part of Africa I'm from. I don't know what region. I think that the slave trade is was far more complex from its East Coast and its West Coast. And I also am of the mindset that there were native peoples in the Americas who look like myself. That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't even finna get into that shit. We talking about zombies right now. But it does invoke thought. It is very interesting. Let's see what my sister said here. Um, Triple Threat said, to be honest, I I feel asleep. Woke up from a dream about zombies. At African dreaming. The Bam Bam, you on the live today talking about it. I'm so serious. Oh shit. I didn't want to say anything about my dream. Folks think I'm crazy. I don't. I don't. Shit. If you want to know what I think about dreams, folks will think I'm crazy, and I'll be as crazy as they want me to. I think when we go to dream, for one, when we dream, ain't nobody ever told me definitively, rock solid, you can study and do all the brain pattern and observations that you have, what's going on in the amygdala, your prefrontal lobe, both hemispheres. During they measure your occipital lobe when you going in a deep REM sleep, and when you do that, they got all kinds of stuff firing and going off and going on. But no one said definitively where my consciousness went. No one has definitively said, some people call it spirit, soul, consciousness, mind, whatever the hell folk call it these days. No one has ever said definitively 100%. You could be going a little bit forward, a little bit backward to a whole nother realm. I don't know. I take dreams. I don't throw them away. The ones that, which most of them I do. I'm a very active, very vivid dreamer, so I don't throw them away. I remember them. Sometimes I even write them down, and uh, I take heed to them. I take heed to them. I take heed to them. Hey, what's up, GT? I ain't even see you come in here, boy. Triple Threat, good eat said. Okay, no, see, good. Folk don't think you crazy, girl. I know I don't. And educated that. Hold on. See, I believe in dreams. I've seen too many mine come true not to believe. You and me both, sister. And another reason that make me the way that I am, which may be abnormal to some, um, I'm a person. If y'all knew how frustrating it could be sometimes, I know for a fact the only person that truly understand just how bad I have it is my wife and my brother who passed away. I'm not constantly, but I live with deja vu a lot. I live with it. I deal with it. It's like it doesn't bother me the way it used to, because sometimes it would be like just way too overwhelming, and to the point where sometimes my deja vu is almost like a mini dream, which is why it popped in my head. That's what made me think about it, because and ain't nobody explained that to me all the way either. People have different theories. I've conversed and debated and argued with professors over, theories that they hold. Uh anyway, whatever. But yeah. Damn, Torch. Yeah, I mean, well. Thank you for sharing that. It's nothing wrong with. I mean, we all got stuff going on to to uh to deal with in our dreams. I mean, I don't know. Yours means something to you. Mine means something to me. So don't feel alone. Don't feel crazy. Hey, bro, Zakan. I don't know who that is right offhand. You have to refresh my memory. I'm not familiar with Billy Carson. Uh, okay, Unbiased talking to Triple Threat. Uh, yeah, Zakan, man, I don't rule nothing out at this point. I don't know. That's why we've had some videos that we've done about reality, what is reality, what's not reality. You know, our brain processes everything around it. I mean, damn, did y'all like on the cool? Think about this. This is just to give some perspective, right? Of how weird and how strange this reality that we in is. I think optically, i.e., neurologically, we only see three colors: red, green, and blue. I think it's red, green, and blue. Or yeah, red, green, and blue, or red, green, and yellow. And every other color that we see is a variation that our brain processes as that. Did something else about that? Y'all just hear me out before you think I'm too batshit. If you will calm your soul and your mind and your spirit for just a second, I don't know if any of y'all meditate or not. Wrap your mind around all the stuff that is going on in this world at this moment. I don't mean other events with other people. I'm talking about just stuff that's happening that because you're not in sync with it, you can't absorb it. There's a whole color spectrum going on that your eyes are limited to only seeing a certain number and patterns of things. If any of y'all in your car right now, if any of y'all at your house, well, this for the old folk who my age. I ain't calling y'all old. I'm just saying if you old enough to remember back when folk used to listen to radio and you had to roll the dial and go down the little yellow thing and move and go down. I want to use that as an example because that's the best example I can use. This is before things got digital. I'm thinking in analog because analog means something to me. All of those stations were already there. All of that music, the stations you skip past, the gospel channel, the country channel, the R&B channel, the hip hop channel, all of them stations was already floating all around your ass. The only thing you did was change the dial and tune in. Now, if we talking about deja vu and dreams, if you would just really sit in and sit with that for just a minute and let your mind and your soul and your spirit marinate on that, what in the hell else is going on around you that the five senses you've been given or used the most for survival? What else you can't see? That's why I try to listen and respect and acknowledge everybody because when I hear people say this is all spiritual, this is a spiritual thing, this is spiritual war. Shit, hell, I agree. I agree. I can't disprove that. When people say, we live in, like, is this even real? Like, this is that the whole world, everything around us is all mathematics, and whether we can see it or not, it's all ones and zeros and things that seem physical and feel physical, and all of this other stuff ain't even as real as we think it is. It's mostly empty space. Shit, okay. I could feel that ain't. Y'all should know me by now. I don't go along to get along with nobody. I ain't gonna kiss your ass just because so it could be simple. No, I might quit fooling with you altogether. But when I say, okay, I kind of hear where you coming from. That shit's real. It's coming from the heart. Because the longer I live, the more breaths I take, And the less time I have in front of me than all the time I had behind me, the more I realize how little I actually know. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get back over here in the chat. I do dream. Okay, y'all still talking to each other, talking about dreams. Y'all talking about dreams. Oh, Billy Carter. I think I heard of that dude before. I think he an older white dude. I ain't seen him in a long time, man. I came across him. I don't know. He came across a feed, man. That was years back. That was a long time ago. Uh, uh, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, man. Things like that. Like, I think birds have an extra. There's certain animals that have, of course, what we call heightened senses, but they may have enhanced vision. They might have, of course, if you never owned a dog or seen a dog, they have enhanced hearing in most cases. Not only can we not hear when we at our best, what other things can hear, other animals, other mammals can hear. As we get older, we can't hear certain frequencies no more. There are frequencies that I forget the hertz or the decibels or whatever. It's not even a matter of loudness, it's a matter of frequency. 2-year-olds can hear stuff that 18, 20-year-olds can't hear no more. 16-year-olds can hear frequencies that you can't hear in your 30s no more. What's going on in this realm of what we call and deem reality that we can't even see, but we walking around fighting it? Because we know something there. You throwing bows and shit, you can't even see what it is. You don't even know why, but you gotta, depression. You gotta elbow that shit. Anxiety. Get off of me. News saying all kinds of crazy shit. You gotta sift through it and see what's real. Because I'll be damned, the one time you don't at least pay attention. I didn't say throw away your life, folks. I didn't say quit your job. I didn't say don't pay your bill. I didn't say none of that. But I said, man, we at a point where we got to keep our head on the swivel, use our common sense, and decide, okay, okay, okay. You want to play games? We can, what I'm saying? We can play game. But you gotta watch these folk, because I'm going back to it again. Why tell us now about this one? What makes this a big deal? All this shit y'all been going around the world digging up. Man, I saw some 15 years ago. I told y'all I've been watching this stuff for a while. I've been following this kind of science for a while. They have meters long ice tubes, right? Y'all can't see my hands. I'm doing this and then I'm doing this to make it more bigger. They have meters long ice tubes that they preserve, that they've dug down into the ice, and they showing the different levels of what the earth was like X amount of million years ago. This one's got chunks of bubbles in it because this was this period and then this was that period, and they might come across a little mud and coal, and then it get back to snow. So they like, okay, this is what the earth was doing during this phase and this time and this time. So this research ain't new. This research is not a big deal. We just had a global thing. It's called the thing. Just had a global thing. And this shit this what y'all telling people? So now it's cool. Cool. Now it's cool. And we're gonna call it, we decided to, because of all the things that exist within the possibilities of the English language or the French language or whomever, whatever institution or discovery funded it. Let's name it this. Let's name it this. And I will say this, boy, if whomever the powers that be, whatever, whoever is doing this for shits and giggles, man, y'all sick. Y'all sick. After what the world done been through recently, people still ain't over it. People still reeling from it. Families, jobs gone, all kinds of shit. And then if I don't think that's what it is. But I've been enjoying hearing y'all conversations and opinion. Uh, I'm missing some stuff. Oh, what's up, Urban? I think Urban back off in here. Uh, oh, Miss Native Cherokee. I'm sorry you got your toothache. You gonna have to get you some hot water and garlic and gargle and get you some yeah, what's good for a toothache? I don't know, rub you some you ain't got no brown liquor, rub you some whiskey on there. Yeah, rub some whiskey on them gums. Try to drop it down in the nerve. It'll burn at first and then it'll be like a new woman. Let's see here. Divine not shape, brother. You hit it on the head. Some don't want to wake up because they think they're gonna lose. Yeah, I can't. Thank you, sister. I can't worry about everybody. I'm build my little team, my little network. Oh, bro, you had. I don't even talk about that. We really we want to get out. We want to travel and just show y'all so we can make content from these places. It never gets talked about. I didn't know how intense it was myself. Um, Roughly everybody is familiar with the pyramids of Egypt. They're the pyramids of Egypt. They're the most popular ones, but there's also literally hundreds of pyramids in the Sudan. You know what I'm saying? There's pyramids all over. There's ruins all over Africa. Some remain, some were totally destroyed. Uh, there's even some here in Tanzania, very popular. But that's another reason. You know, I'm glad you said that, bro, because that pushed me back into something else. I used to be a very studious person on certain subject matters and content. I feel real strong and real adamant about it. And something that over the course of my studies that really kind of brought me back a little bit and made me realize something. The burning of the library in Alexandria was one. But when we consider what all has been lost over the course of recent human history. I'm not going to go back millennia and eons. I'm just talking about recent history that we will never, ever, ever completely know. It will be studied by some, uh, adhered to by many. But again, like I said earlier, the longer I live, the more I know, the more I grow, the learning continue. But I realize just how little I actually know because life is a really interesting experience. I said this one time before. Somebody asked me, "What's the weirdest thing you ever been through?" I said, "Life, life." I think life is the weirdest shit any of us can ever experience because ain't nobody ever really completely 100% explained it. And if you have, I'm not talking about your beliefs. I'm not talking about what keep you going or get you by or make you feel good or who you pray to. I just mean as a whole, overall. Who's ever really explained this shit? We've theorized it. We've talked about it. We look at certain parts and pieces, but in its totality, so many of us are worked so hard and worked so hard for our survival. To hell with balling out of control. to hell with just having this and having that. Some people do achieve that, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing. I'm happy for them. But so many of us have to grind so hard on a consistent basis over the course and duration of our lives. We rarely have time to sit back and think about the fact that we're alive. Y'all ever think about that? Or have you not had time to? Y'all, this is weird. It is. It's just either. I swear, boy. This is something. It's either it's a matrix or a spirit realm or both. Or it's just strange. It's just strange. It's just odd. And then you got stuff like this. I mean, really, like so. And I couldn't blame anybody. Y'all see the title. Y'all, hold on. I see somebody spoke to Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley in here? I'm sorry, Miss Shirley. I ain't see you come in here. She said still in. There go Miss Shirley. Speaking to everybody. How you doing, Miss Shirley? Uh yeah, y'all. This going to pop up going along like it's a regular show. But I have enjoyed talking with y'all. But I couldn't blame any side if they asked me. I couldn't blame either side. If some folks see this, if some folks see this and they be like, man, that's crazy as hell. I don't care about ain't nobody worried about that. Them folks are always saying something or doing something. It's a distraction. My first response would be, okay, well, what are they distracting you from? Because that's my initial question now. When everybody say, oh, this is just a distraction, that's just a distraction. Okay, great. Well, if that's the case, what are they distracting your ass from? Sometimes I don't get an answer. A lot of times I don't get an answer. And that's another. Other half of that is some people would be like, yep, that's why I got this thing. That's why I got these this pew pew with these peas for it. That's why I got these bow waters and sardines. That's why we out on Pop on them land, went out there and cleaned it up and we chilling. And that's why we live like how we live and we doing like I said all that to say I understand both sides. I'll never be mad or get mad at nobody who confused about media and those in power putting out messages, subliminal or otherwise, putting out shit like this when folks done been through what they've been through and half of us damn near don't know what to believe no more. I get it. I get it. I really do. And for those who see circumstances like this and like, this is weird, I'm going to change up what I've been doing and how I've been doing it. And I'm finna go live like that. I understand them too. When I said earlier, I ain't trying to fix nothing. I ain't trying to fix nobody, no people, no group, no circumstance, none of that. I'm trying to make better. I meant that with my whole heart. That is my way of making the world better. I think that's one of my spiritual journeys and one of my biggest purposes for being in this realm of existence is to be able, as much as I talk, y'all may not believe this, but as much as I ask and talk, y'all be surprised how much I sit in silence and listen and absorb and understand and try to be the grace and understanding I want somebody to be for me in my moment of uncertainty or unclarity or confusion. Let me get over here. Oh man, there's people coming in here. Hey, what's up, E Money? I'm missing people. Y'all like getting my feelings sometimes. I don't be looking at the chat and I'll be looking down and uh I appreciate the fact that you're willing to talk about such a topic because yeah, well, actually, and the crazy thing with some of the stuff that I see on the internet, to me, it ain't even no big deal. I mean, I know it is. Thank you for that. I appreciate you saying that. Um, E Money in here, y'all. Uh, and this is where I try to be. Uh, I hope goodness is on my side. I hope the Creator, the Most High, and all that is right protect and cover and keep me and my wife. But y'all, this ain't. I don't see. I did with some of the stuff I see out here, and then I'm only proposing a question. See, I'm not, and I know people get in trouble with their channels and all of this for even less than that. But I really, I'm not coming from a position of for, against, should we, shouldn't we, this is right, that's wrong, but this is right. I'm asking why in the hell is this time the time that it's a big deal? And as a content creator, finally having a platform to say something about subject matters like this, it really, come what may, and something. Have we said something? If people in the chat or me or anybody said something inflammatory, because if people getting crazy, I correct people over here. This is my channel. Everybody gonna be respectful, not just to me as the host, but to everybody else. Each person in this channel. I'm never purposefully rude or disrespectful, and ain't nobody in here been rude or disrespectful to nobody else. So if them folk got a problem with it, I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. Lord on my side, I guess that's all shit. That I don't know what else to I agree, triple threat. But and the crazy thing is, we don't even know what all of it could be. Like it's just it's unsettling. It's unsettling to me to know that, okay, so this is the next big thing. Because whether people know it about or whether people was talking about it in the before time and the long ago, leading up to what happened in 2020, people have been talking about that for years. But you know what they would call? They were crazy, conspiratorial, conspiracy theorists. And then when something happened, and then it ain't winding down, but you kind of on the other side of it. Ain't it crazy? It's just kind of like, So that happened. Oh well, and you just push on, just drive on, forgetting about the times you were called crazy, the times you were called conspiratorial, the times you were called all kinds of other good stuff. Just move on with life. Just keep it pushing, keep pushing, keep. Can't worry about that. I try not to. Can't worry about them, because I won't. Try to surround myself with as many good people, with as much love, with as much positive energy, with people who trying to grow something. For those who eat meat like myself, learning how to bust something down, how to skin something, how to use them animals and that meat in different ways, and can't worry about the world until they get to stuff like this, and then it's like, well, what the hell is this? What's going on? Absolutely, Miss Native. Miss Native Cherokee 70 said that's why we talk. That's why we talk about all this knowledge. We share more than seeds to plant. We share seeds of knowledge to grow in spirituality. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am. 100%. No doubt. This is deeper than just gardening. It's deeper than just 2A. It's deeper than just prepping. To build and have a community. And again, man, it's people out there really getting together. And for those who don't, hell, I understand that too. I understand why everybody may not fit into everybody's circle, or why everybody don't mesh the same way other people do, but the fact that even the knowledge and love is shared over this platform, I've seen more instances than one where it's growing into people really connecting and sharing, uh, like Miss Native Cherokee said, not just seeds, but seeds of knowledge. That's a beautiful thing. And it seems like it's getting harder and harder and harder to find. It really does. But it's out there because I found it. I found some of y'all, and I hope some of y'all feel like y'all found us. And here we on the other side of the planet. So I know what's possible. I ain't even open it yet. We gotta do another bit folk centered stuff. Showing love. E-Money? E-Money said my circle so small I talk to myself. That's hey, sometimes it be like that, bro. And it ain't nothing wrong with that either. It ain't nothing wrong with that either. That is boy. E-Money, you know I'm an old man. I've went through those phases. I really don't have a strategy for an entire people. My people included. I don't have a save us all strategy. I don't have a save us all strategy for every person in 2A. I don't have a save it all strategy for everybody in the garden community or no other community. But what I do have a strategy for is to keep that little circle I got as close as we can stay, as close as we can be. And if it grows from there over time, then it grows from there over time. I can't make people see life my way. It's almost like, I know y'all get tired of me and my analogies sometimes. It's almost like it's raining real hard. Y'all ever been in rain so hard you can't really see too good? I mean, them downpours. Y'all ever been in one of them East Texas style thunderstorms? I mean, boy, it's just raining, raining, raining. And y'all know if you from some of them little counties where everybody kind of take them back roads or they're cut off this way, got them little go between county, sometimes the city, they'll come up there and they'll set up them roadblocks. I'll be damned. It almost never failed, just about every time. It's either one or a couple of people that's gonna take their ass around the boundary. Cause they feel like they know what's coming here. They've been living there their whole life. They drive. They know that road. They know that road. But see, the person that came up and tried to set up them, didn't try, that set up them dividers and them roadblocks, knew what was happening on the other side that they ass couldn't see. But since they know the road, they know the area, they got it figured out. Ain't nowhere in hell that little bitty creek. Ain't nowhere in hell that little bitty creek finna swell up like how it's really finna swell up. But somebody who saw what you couldn't see, saw what was going on beyond where your eyes could be, and tried to tell your ass. But you had it all figured out. I don't get in grown folk business. Like I said before, family, I've been down that road. Okay, let's see. Y'all talking to E-Money. Okay, she said, I have to get ready for physical therapy. We'll be listening, not ignoring anyone. No, ain't no misunderstandings. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the time you spent. As long as you can keep listening, you more than welcome. Cause I ain't trying to keep y'all anyway. I don't even know who on tonight. We keep our Tuesday and Friday schedule. We ain't trying to step on nobody. I don't know if anybody we like or watch on. We apologize. But as we grow, we've been talking to people and other folk, we masked, and other folk told us, man, hey, we would like to see y'all at this time. We would like to see y'all at that time. Because we out every time we go on, it's in the morning for y'all. And apparently some folk would like to see us in the evening or at night. So we trying to do the best we can with our schedule to be there for y'all in different ways, you know. So you ain't got, I guess, folk, you ain't got to listen at work all the time. You can listen when you're in your backyard and or on your front porch. Some maybe have you an adult beverage or something. Jump in the chat. Well, thank y'all. I'm glad y'all resonated with the analogy. And again, y'all, when I be pulling stuff like that, when I say stuff, I make a point to let it be from real life experience, things I done seen, witnessed, and or been through personally myself. I see what Good Eat said. Good Eat said so many people die that way. I almost did it myself once when I was 19. Hard headed. Hard headed. Sometimes it's so bad they got to leave a patrol car there with it. You got the roadblock and a patrol car with the lights on. Cause people try to go through it anyway. What's going on, Odoms? Odoms Homestead, how you doing, brother? But that's the whole point. You wasn't wrong because you know how to get to your house. You know how to get to Pawpaw house and Mama house. You done been on FM road such and such and County Road 30 whatever for as long as you've been alive. But them folk who came out there and set that up knew what was going on upstream. That's the whole point. I'm glad y'all really that made sense to you. Odom, bro, we appreciate you stopping by on your lunch break. That's right, you switched over. Odom's on days now. I don't know. I don't think Odom like it too much. Good evening, everyone listening. I'm here working in the background. Well, we thank you, Blue Lotus Vibe. It's 35 of y'all wonderful people in here, and we still. Did I speak to Midnight Green? I hope I spoke to Midnight Green. And if I missed anybody else who tiptoed off in here and I missed you, my apologies. My goodness. So sad, but we have seen people go around the patrol car. Boy, I tell you, I don't know what kind of lift kit you got on that truck, boy, but if y'all done never seen it, few things on this earth are more forceful and more powerful than fast-moving water. Especially in some of these little creeks and rivers. I done seen the doggone, because I know it's dry now, parts of it, was something going on, might still be going on with the Mississippi. Boy, if any of y'all done never had a chance to see that sucker in your real life, not only its width, not only how big it is, but like some of the stuff that be floating in it, it's like, damn, that is a big tree. Oh, good Lord, is that a refrigerator? Like, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. But thanks everybody for coming in. We at the 2-hour mark. I ain't gonna keep this going all night. Blue Lotus, just in case anybody missed it, Blue Lotus Vibes by Janita McLean said she ain't ignoring anybody. She's speaking to everybody. She is busy. She working. She just listening. It get like that too. We've been supporting, trying to catch up with a lot of people, support a lot of people, and so sometimes we be in the bushes so we can continue to do whatever else we're doing. Sometimes we can't really type. We just listening, but want to like and listen and while we lurking. Thank you, Miss Kathy B. Did anybody else have anything? Because I really appreciate the participation to everybody who been active in the chat. Rob Allbanks, Zakan, I get the last name. Of course, my girl Fifi's Journey, Lashes. Shout out and much love to Ahmad, Triple Threat, for being in here helping hold down the fort. If ain't nobody got no questions, I think I'm gonna get out of here, but I say this before we part ways, family. With anything that we said today or that you saw, I said we. My baby ain't even in here. It's just me. Uh, with anything that was said in the chat, if you have any doubts or if you think it sounds too far fetched to be real, uh, okay. Odom said I love day shift because I thought you was excited about it, but on the TikTok you was okay. So I got you. You like being on the days, you just miss a lot. I got you. I understand, bro. Uh, Thank you, Tamika, well. I hope everybody enjoyed the live. And again, this was just an open discussion, sort of a forum for everybody to put in their thoughts in the chat. See how y'all felt about stuff. And again, don't take my word for it. Anything that was said by me that you think may be too far gone or whatever, or it don't seem real, it seemed too much to be real, please go research it for yourself. Whether I say it, whether my wife said, I encourage everybody to go do your own research and make sure that the things that you putting in your mind and in your consciousness um, are up to par with the information you looking for. So with that being said, family, this is a pop-up. It ended up being a long pop-up. But thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. Much love to each and every one of you. It's Friday. Man, what day is it? No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, hey, much love. Y'all tell him I sent you. I have to put it in the chat, man. Tonight, Wind Down Wednesday. It goes down. Got my man Hands in the Dirt over there. Of course, with Bougie Prepper. Most of the time, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCDist chick, jump in there. And every now and again, you even got me. I'll even jump in there. So, baby been saying we need to try and spend a late night up and catch that so we can get over there and catch him live because we have to be on that replay game. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all catch my man. Hands in the Dirt tonight. And again, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for having this conversation with me. And until the next time we see each other, y'all know what I'm gonna be over here doing, baby. Being country in another country. Peace. We'll holler. Y'all stay safe.